It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe and Carrie.
You can listen to us on the K92.3 app and on this podcast.
It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Happy Thursday. We have actually made it to, kind of the downhill part of the week where we are sprinting to the finish line with the wind at our back, and we do not have any resistance because we're going downhill. We love that.
Yeah, we love that. We love that. A lot of fun stuff going on today and tomorrow. The Buchanan County Fair is going on today. I'll be there with Eddie Montgomery. It's going to be a great performance. I know that. And then tomorrow we're going to be at the Walker Hayes Show at the Buchanan County Fair in Independence.
That is correct.
And you've been there.
I have been there. One of the first towns, one of the first places I had memorized, actually, in Iowa. One of the first towns I could remember the name of. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I moved a little bit ago.
That's cool. That's special.
Yeah, I like that. All right, Dustin Lynch, Mackenzie Porter, Jason Aldean, and Kip Moore coming up. How was your day yesterday?
It was all good. Picked up another shift driving around.
Sure. How does that work? Do you just turn on the app and say, "Hey, I'm ready to go," or is there a line?
No, it's like, "Hey, I'm ready to go," and then I have to wait, and then if there's someone who wants to be picked up or if they want food delivered, it sends me a notification about that, and I can accept it or decline it.
There you go. All right, cool. All right, well, my Wednesday, the yard stood. I got you. Don't worry, I got you. The yard stood no chance. Mm-hmm. Yesterday was a day for them outside chores, and you best believe they got done. I have a buddy coming to visit in the end of July here.
Mm-hmm. You want to make sure you're...
And when he gets there, he's got to see. Mm-hmm. Gabe keeps a tight ship in this backyard. That lawn was looking pristine.
I love how the lawn is the latest hyperfixation for you.
Well, the lawn is how it's now what I judge people based on, which is wrong. It's not. I shouldn't do it. But if I'm like, oh, that person's got a lawn, they immediately are smarter and more attractive in my brain.
I remember I think it was on vacation in June, and I saw a really kind of mid lawn, and I was like, oh, that's rough.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, why do I care about other people's lawns? And I was like, because Gabe has drilled it into me.
It's so sad. We can't help but judge a little bit when the lawn, it's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and we're going to play the 5-second rule game here just to warm up the brainstem. We like doing this from time to time. But we have changed it, Carrie. We no longer use the cards.
No.
Now the things we have to come up with are actually made up by the other person on the spot. It really is a good improv kind of practice.
Yeah, and it's definitely working out the brain.
That's right.
That's all we can say about that.
That's right. Carrie, can you name 3 different kind of thrift stores or pawn shops?
Goodwill.
Yeah.
There's one in Cedar Falls by the Hy-Vee. I can't remember what it is, but that one.
That one. Shout out them.
And the Salvation Army count?
I don't see why not.
Okay, there we go.
Sure.
There's 3. Gabe, can you name 3 chain restaurants?
Applebee's.
Honestly, I need to hit up an Applebee's. I haven't been in a hot second.
Chili's.
Oh, and a Chili's.
Olive Garden.
Wait, can we go to the Olive Garden?
Which we give way too much love on this show, but we are an Olive Garden program.
Gabe, can we go to the Olive Garden soon?
We might have to go this weekend. I have been fiending some of the Alfredo pasta there. Oh my goodness.
The breadsticks? So good.
Oh, the soup.
Oh, you're a big soup guy.
Yep, best part. Anyway, you're welcome for the free ad.
Yeah. It's your turn, sorry.
Carrie, I would like you to name...
I'll do it.
3 late night television hosts, but it can't be any of the current ones. So any in the history of late night TV.
Gosh.
But they can't be currently doing the job.
That's a good one. Conan O'Brien, Jay Leno, and Johnny Carson.
Yep, there you go.
There we go. Gabe, can you name 3 sports reporters or sports journalists?
Aaron Andrews. Al Michaels. And Joe Buck.
Okay.
For Fox.
There we go.
I think he actually might be with ESPN now, but
okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if Joe Buck is more like of a... He does the play-by-play with Troy Aikman for Monday Night Football, but he does interview the players all week.
That counts.
He does report us the behind the scenes.
Yeah, there we go. I'll accept that.
Okay. Works for me. Carrie, I would like you to name Three animals that lay eggs.
A platypus,
That's great.
a goose, and a duck.
Right on.
There we go. Gabe, I want you to name three animals that don't lay eggs.
A dog, a cat, a frog.
I think they lay eggs.
Do they? I thought they just had little tadpoles.
But don't the tadpoles come from eggs?
I don't know. I'm not up on my frogs. Sorry. I'll make this easy.
Okay.
Dog, cat, rabbits.
Okay.
Are you looking up the frog thing?
Do frogs lay eggs?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Frogs reproduce by amplexus through external fertilization. The female frog releases her eggs into the water, and the male frog simultaneously releases, what he releases.
There we go. All right.
we go.
Well, I'll go with rabbit instead of frog. then.
There we go.
All right, Carrie, I want you to name three utensils used while applying makeup.
A beauty blender, my finger, and a makeup brush.
What's the little egg-looking thing that's like almost styrofoam?
That's a beauty blender.
Okay.
It's and it's like a, yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Well, I feel nice and warmed up. How about you?
I feel very frigid, but that's besides the point.
It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Miss Carrie Mack. And is there anything that you have memorized that might be kind of impressive or it's just really strange? Like it's maybe useless information, but
Yeah.
you know what? You know it.
For me, there are quite a few things that I have memorized and I'm not saying useless. They could be used in different situations. I'm very proud of myself for memorizing my childhood home phone number. I have that memorized. And I also have my high school locker combo memorized.
Sure.
And I don't know why I still have it memorized because when I was in high school, I would forget it sometimes.
Sure.
Like on a random day, I'd get the yips and completely just not know what I was putting into my locker. So that's a surprising one. But one that I recently remembered, I don't remember all of it, but I remember the tune. I took biology class, I think sophomore year of high school, which was maybe over 10 years ago now. Maybe over 10 years ago.
Is that when you do the pig?
Yeah. I don't think we did a pig. We did a frog. I know that
Okay.
for sure. But I remember we were talking about this thing called meiosis. It's I think it's cell reproduction.
Okay.
And there's this square dance that I will be pulling up. I just remember, I don't even remember what it, meiosis. I just remember meiosis 1, meiosis 2, da, 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 da. I don't remember the lyrics, but I remember the tune. It's
Okay.
stuck in my head. And sometimes when I'm in the shower, I can hear myself going, meiosis, da, 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 da.
That's kind of funny,
describing the process of meiosis.
Sure.
Which is I think cell reproduction.
Well, someone, biology teacher could let us know here.
Yeah.
Or we could quickly Google it. But.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Gabe, what's something that you have memorized?
There are a lot of useless things I have memorized. For example, right? Have you ever listened to any Harry Potter audiobooks?
Yes.
Yeah, they're voiced, at least on Audible. You can kind of find them everywhere. But on Audible, the big one, they're voiced by, I think his name is Jim Dale or Conan Dale or something.
Okay.
Jim Conan Dale. Google it for me real quick.
Okay.
But anyway, I have listened to those books so many times. There are certain lines, certain phrases that I know how, the expression he uses.
Jim Dale,
yeah. I know the expression he uses, the tone, the accent or whatever for some of the characters. Whenever Corey and I will be riding in the car, if we put on a Harry Potter audiobook or something, and a line is coming up and I say how it sounds, she always kind of goes, "You have listened to these way too many times."
Yeah.
So I have those kind of, a lot of those memorized, which is completely useless.
Yeah.
I have memorized the fence length at the Metrodome, which is where the Twins used to play.
Yeah.
Left field was 343 feet. Right field was shorter as 327. And then center field was 408.
Yeah.
And I just remember that from watching the Twins growing up. Like
Yeah.
it was on TV all the time.
Okay.
There's a lot of guitar players. I could name like the kind of type of guitar they normally are known for playing. That's pretty useless. But I'm also just interested in that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, plenty of useless information on this side of the table.
Yeah, mine, like, just, there are certain little bits of, like, things I learned in school that still stick with me.
Sure.
Like, I figured out what meiosis was. I had to Google it. It's a crucial process in eukaryotic sexually reproducing animals. That's, like, important to know and understand.
Sure.
But, like, the song gets stuck in my head sometimes. And if there's any biology teachers who know what I'm talking about, you know the song. But for me, there are just so many like random songs that get stuck in my head that I memorize. And also, hate to say it, but we don't memorize the songs that we play on the radio. We memorize the commercials.
Yeah.
The little things like at the top of the hour that you hear, like
the liners, yeah. The things that play in between songs, we have those,
There are certain commercials Gabe and I are just reciting like during the break. So that's what we have memorized. It's useless to you, but it's great for the advertiser.
That's right. That's right. All right, let us know. What's the weirdest thing you have memorized on the K92.3 app or Facebook?
90. So also, can we just talk about how Gabe gets so excited about the weather? Like even off the air, he's like, man, it's going to be a nice day. I can go mow my lawn. I can cut the grass.
Oh, yesterday the lawn didn't stand a chance.
Okay. It was lawn 0, Gabe 1.
Oh, 1,000%.
Okay, there we go. I'm happy that you were able to get some lawn work done today.
But then there was some gardening in the front. And by gardening, I mean the removal of something in the front.
The crabgrass?
No. This is like it's like an annoying bush kind of thing. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's not like a hedge, but it's not like when you think of it's hard to explain. I'll have to just show you a picture of it, but I really clipped down a spirea bush, is I believe what it's called.
Woohoo! Hot date yesterday, it sounds like.
I cut it down. I want to get to the point where I just dig it out, so we'll have to see if I can,
There we go.
Yeah, but I was lawn guy yesterday.
Good for
you.
you.
And I loved every second of it.
I'm happy for you, Gabe.
It's the small things, Carrie. It's the small things in life.
Yeah, the fact that you get excited about that makes me happy.
Well, I appreciate that, yeah. How was your day yesterday?
It was fine. I drove around for a bit, picking up people, and it was dead for a hot second, so I took a nap for way too long.
Sure.
And then I was like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But then I picked up someone, and it was a super long drive, and you can't tell on the app.
Sure.
So, like, I'm driving to, like, Timbuktu to drop this person off, and I'm like, I wouldn't have taken this extra drive after my nap if I knew that this would be the consequence of my own action.
I feel you. Well, hopefully you at least made some decent extra pennies.
I made some decent extra money for sure.
There we go.
And then I spent it at Quick Star getting some chicken tenders.
Ashley Cook, Jason Aldean, Nate Smith, all coming up. And then on the way this hour, you have a chance to win some tickets to Adventureland. Over 100 rides, attractments, features.
Attractments?
What did I say?
Attractments.
Oh, attractions, excuse me. Also, random things you remember. We're going to talk about that. Is there anything strange you have just sitting in the back of the brainstem Rolodex that you really probably shouldn't?
And we're not talking about like, I remember like January 22nd, 1968. No, like random things you have memorized.
Yeah, random things you have memorized. Maybe like, for example, pi. In math.
Yeah, there we go.
3.14159. That's as far as I can go.
It sounds like that commercial. 3.1409.
I don't know if I know the commercial.
I'm going to look it up.
Okay, here's Ashley. It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. What goes better than summertime and an amusement park or water park? Maybe peanut butter and jelly, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think that. You and me, we go together pretty well.
Sure.
Yeah. So we want to give you a chance to go to Adventureland, rather. It's what I went there last year twice. It's so much fun.
Right on.
It's a great place to be, especially during the summer. The rides are great, and it's not too far away. It's in Altoona, so you'll have a good time no matter what.
Sure. Right on. We have some tickets to give away right about now. Which magic caller would you like, Carrie?
I think,
Think real hard?
What's a number that I can count to? 9.
Caller number 9. 833-4985. Caller number 9. Good luck. Ready, set, go. It's the K-Country Morning Show. Who's this?
This is Jenna.
Jenna, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Where are you calling from today, Jenna?
I'm calling from Independence.
Hold on, Jenna. Hold on.
Have you heard why I love Independence so much?
I have not.
So it is one of the first towns I kind of remembered on my first ever drive moving to Iowa with my now wife. I went, this is kind of a cool place. Where is this? And here we were in Independence. So it got a special place in my heart.
Very good.
Jenna, what are you up to today?
I am currently dropping off my kids at daycare.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe when you pick them up from daycare, you can surprise them with the fact that you just won some Adventureland tickets. You are caller number 9.
Perfect. Thank you.
So how old are your kids?
They are still pretty little, 3 and 1.
Oh.
Okay, so they're probably going on like the slower teacups at the at Adventureland.
Yes, you are correct.
I bet the 3-year-old will want to go on a big roller coaster.
Yeah, but he's probably not tall enough, unfortunately. He's still pretty short.
Get him one of those platform shoes.
That's right.
There you go.
Well, Jenna, we hope you enjoy Adventureland. We hope you have a good time with you and, the kiddos or whoever else you want to bring with. And we hope you have a great day. Enjoy it.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day.
It's the K-Country Morning Show, and is there something you randomly kind of just have memorized? Maybe it's a set of numbers, the set of pi or whatever, the numbers in pi, excuse me. Maybe it's an old locker combination. Maybe it's great-grandma's phone number from back in 1978 or something. Let us know on the K92.3 app or Facebook.
For me, there's a lot of useless information going along in my brainstem. I will admit that. My locker combination is still one I remember because, fun fact, I use it as my phone, my phone lock screen.
Really? Wow.
I use that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
How many buttons is your lock screen?
It's 6.
You have the 6? Okay.
Yeah.
I used to when I got a new phone or however many years ago, and I couldn't handle that, so I just switched it back to the original 4-piece. Just give me a couple taparoos. Let me open up my phone.
But the locker combo I remember. What else do I remember? Something I memorized. I remember like sophomore year in high school biology, there was this like thing that they used to help us learn about this thing called meiosis.
Sure.
We talked about this last hour. The meiosis rodeo or the meiosis square dance. I'm going to have to pull that up and like play it for everyone in a hot minute.
Okay.
But it's a wild song, and I have the not the actual parts where it would like help me memorize anything for the test. It was like meiosis 1, meiosis 2. Da, da, da. I remember the tune.
You have like the jingle memorized.
Exactly.
Or something. Yeah.
Also, I remember when I was learning music and we were learning like the treble clef, all the notes.
Okay.
Even George Bush drives fast.
Oh,
those were the lines.
What was ours? Every
good boy does fine.
Good boy deserves fudge, I think was the
Okay.
one we got told in elementary school.
Yeah.
I think that's the one.
Yeah, we got
every
it.
good boy does fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, even George Bush drives fast, and then like face was like the spaces in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, my mom taught me one for geography when I was a kid in spelling. It was George Edwards' old grandfather rode his pig home yesterday or something like that for
Okay.
geography. I memorized that little thing for a spelling test.
Okay.
Which was I can't believe I still remember that. So there we go.
That's crazy. It's crazy what our brain retains and what our brain doesn't retain.
Yeah,
like I
right.
wish I still knew how to do trig, but I don't know what a trig is.
I never made it to trig.
Here's the thing.
I came up definitely short of trigonometry.
I should not have made it to trig. I'll be honest.
Did you make it?
I did, but I shouldn't have. Like
Okay.
I reached for the stars and I fell.
I don't even really know what the core of trigonometry is or what it means.
I took the class. Couldn't tell you.
Fair enough. All right.
We have some good responses on Facebook that we definitely want to dive into in a few minutes. But keep these coming on the K92.3 app and on Facebook. Tell us some random thing that you have memorized.
It's the K-Country Morning Show, and what are some things you have memorized that are fairly random? We want to know here on the K-Country Morning Show.
AJ from Parkersburg said on the K92.3 app, in math order of operations, please excuse my dear Aunt Susie. parentheses.
PEMDAS or whatever?
Yeah, PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. Man, I remember that too. I couldn't remember what the name of it was, but I do remember what you need to do.
Yep.
Look at that.
PEMDAS, yeah.
Yeah,
Or I've also heard it pronounced PMADS,
of course.
which is just kind of funny because I'm a really mature adult.
Of course. Just Jess from Waterloo said, learned as a kid and still used to this day. I remember how many days are in any given month by using your knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
The knuckles are your months with 31 days, starting with January, and the spaces in between are months with 30
Yep.
or 28, 29 days. Start with your left hand and continue on your right or vice versa, since July and August both have 31 days.
Yep.
Okay.
January, February, March. That's how I always do it.
Yeah.
I do that. I use that to this day.
I just do 30. I remember 30 days has September, April, June, and November.
There you
And
go.
I can't remember the rest of it, so I just assume that the rest are 31, except for February.
Okay.
We got some good ones on Facebook as well. Want to dive into that? Let's see. I got to pull this up right now.
Michelle Turner. She says the phrase our teacher gave us to learn planets in order. Back then there were 9. My very educated mother just showed us 9 planets.
I could never remember the order.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto.
Look at that. Is Pluto a planet still? Or did it
I'm not sure.
It's gone back and forth.
I'm not sure. They've been in a bit of a spat with NASA, I
Yeah,
think.
there we go. Seth said my old house phone number. I like that one. Michelle also said my old phone number, my grandparents' number, and my ex's social security number.
Wow, that's information to definitely have.
Yeah, you could take their identity.
Yeah.
Don't do
You know
it.
what's kind of interesting? I know that people can do this, and it can be serious or whatever. Everybody in the world could give me their social security number. I wouldn't have a clue what to do with it.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have a clue where to start.
Yes, what do I do with it?
I don't know. I think you could get maybe a credit card with their name or something.
Okay.
I don't know, but I wouldn't really be smart enough to really be able to take over someone's life.
With my luck, I'd get caught.
Oh, sure.
That's why I would never. Obviously, it's wrong. I know
Yes.
that it's wrong. That's the number one main reason I would never do it. But if I'm ever thinking about it, I'm
Yeah.
I'd get caught.
Yeah, you would definitely be in trouble.
I'd snitch on myself. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Mavis said the alphabet backwards.
I can't do that at all.
ZYXW. That's all.
That's as far as I can
That's
get.
all, folks.
That's a good one to have in the
yeah.
back pocket. That's a good party trick for sure.
Exactly. Or you can be like Michelle and at the next party, just pull out your ex's social security number.
There you go. Oh, I'm so jealous of the people who learn this. So Mark, in elementary school, our music teacher introduced us to the song 50 Nifty United States, which taught us to remember all of our states' names and in alphabetical order. I can still sing it today. Also, the padlock combo for my family's livestock show box at the county fair. My older brother and younger sister and I all had the same music teacher in elementary school, right?
Yeah.
They were taught this state song, and I was not. We never had this. And so if I ever run into Miss Arntz ever again, all right, I'm going to tell her why I didn't get to learn, Alabama, Arkansas, whatever it is. Do you know the song I'm talking about?
I'm familiar with it. I never learned it either.
We never got that one in the old third grade I was in. It drove me nuts.
Gabe, I'm very sorry that you never got that experience.
Well, you know what? If I really want to, I'm sure I can find it on YouTube and get it memorized. So I might be doing that today.
There we go. You're just mowing the lawn. Alabama, Arkansas.
I don't even know what state would be after that.
Yeah, we're going to have to do the math. Keep these coming on the K92.3 app, though.
And today is a Throwback Thursday. A Throwback Thursday throwdown is coming up at the top of the 8 o'clock hour here on the K Country Morning Show.
2 great songs that you'll definitely want to hear at some point. But
yeah, at some point in your life, you'll want to come across both of these.
I've seen one of these live, and the other one I really want to see live. So it's, a good mixture right there.
Right on. All right, your first song is from a band called Parmalee. Maybe you've heard of them.
She feels like Carolina, looks like California, shining like those New York lights on Broadway.
All right, and the other song you could vote for this morning is from Tim McGraw.
I try so hard, I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it. I want some more of it.
Get your vote on, right now or within the next 60 minutes. Almost 60 minutes on the dot, to be honest.
Yeah, so make sure you go out and vote, download the K92.3 app, and just pick your favorite throwback of the day.
That's right. And that song will lead off our 9 o'clock hour here today. We have Jason Aldean, Post Malone, and Joe Nichols all to kick off your 8 o'clock hour as well. A gorgeous day for us today, Carrie. A high of 76. Joe Nichols on the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and the Buchanan County Fair will have Carrie at it today. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm not the main attraction, though.
No,
not at all. Like, the food is, like, up there, but everyone there tonight is going to be there for Eddie Montgomery. It's going to be a
That's
great
right.
show. If you haven't already, go get your tickets right now. It's going to be so much fun. And I'll be doing some stage announcements, so you'll be able to see me before the show. And it's just going to be a lot of cool stuff going on this week. It's called the Fair of Dreams. That's their theme for this year.
Okay.
So
kind of a playoff like the Field of Dreams.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. It's this baseball field.
Yeah.
They made a movie.
Okay, cool. What does that have to do? I'm kidding. Yeah, we have all the details on the K92.3 app. It's going to be a fun, fair-filled weekend.
Beautiful.
Not only do we have Eddie Montgomery tonight, but tomorrow, Gabe and I will all be there. Plus, the main star of the show, our manager, Corey Glidden, will be there as well. So if you want to meet the woman who puts up with not only Gabe, but also me on occasion, you'll be able to meet her.
I fell for that one, hook, line, and sinker. I thought you were going the main attraction, Walker Hayes. No, the main attraction, the K Country Morning Show manager.
Yeah, we need to get her like a name tag. We need to
we're
get her a
definitely
badge.
getting her a lanyard, yeah.
We have to wait. Let's talk to our boss and see if we can get like K Country Morning Show Wrangler, like
That
a
would
little
be
badge
great.
that says that.
That would be great. But yeah, the fair underway, and it's going to be a blast for
Yeah,
sure.
gonna be a lot of fun. Check out all the details on the K92.3 app. Even if you haven't gotten tickets yet to it, go check it out. We have a link on the K92.3 app for all the information you might need to check out the Fair of Dreams at the Buchanan County Fair in Independence.
It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. And if you have not checked out the new locker room setup for the University of Iowa football team, you've got to check out some of these videos and photos on the K92.3 app. This locker room looks sick.
The only locker rooms I've ever been in were like in high school.
Sure.
And I don't think I was in any in college. So they are already going to be like a league above what I'm used to.
That's right. Yeah, if you have not checked out, there's some new decor, a little bit of an upgrade at Kinnick Stadium for the Iowa Hawkeyes. I mean, there's TVs everywhere. All of the players have their own individual leather chair with their numbers stitched on it and yada, yada, yada. It's really, really cool and definitely everything you could want in 2024. And I think having a good locker room is important for a football team.
Yeah.
A place that, because players spend so much time in there. You want to have a comfortable area that they can, hang out in and get prepared for games and whatever. And this place just looks awesome. So you got to check it out. There's a couple videos, a couple photos to check out the whole 9 yards. I just have one question, though, Carrie. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a video, and the locker room kind of looks like an airplane is how I would describe it. There's like a long kind of, main hallway type thing.
Yeah.
And then off on the sides are little kind of cubes where everyone's lockers are. They have a couple sections or whatever. So if any coach wants to address the entire team, is there a place where they can all sit comfortably to do that? I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't shown in the videos, but it does look like that would be kind of tough. That'd be my only kind of nitpicky complaint.
Yeah, I'm going to pitch something. Maybe there's like a little area where there's like a camera set up for the coach to talk. There's a microphone and all those TVs just play what the coach is saying.
Right.
I feel like that would make sense. Also, my favorite thing is like on TikTok to see like the home team's locker room and then to see the garbage that is the away team's locker room.
Yeah, the away team locker room, never at any decoration. There's nothing in it at all normally. Bare minimum, bare bones
like
paint.
a prison. Because I feel like that really puts the away team in a good mindset, gets them really positive, makes them really look forward to taking on the other team.
That's right. Go check out the new digs for the University of Iowa at Kinnick Stadium. The lockers do look pretty awesome. It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack here on the K Country Morning Show. And today is a Throwback Thursday. Carrie and I are battling it out for your vote to find out which song we're going to play at the top of the 9 o'clock hour here.
We have some really good picks today, and we really need you to show up on the K92.3 app and vote and just show that I picked a decent song, even though it's not really winning.
Oh, it's not? Oh, well, here, let's try to sway some votes for you, Miss Carrie.
Act excited for both songs.
That's right.
Because there are some times where you kind of give it away with how you deliver the songs.
I was going to play one first there, but see, now I'm switching it up because you have no clue which song I picked.
Okay.
All right. The first song we're going to go with in our Throwback Thursday Throwdown today, we'll start with the Parma Lee song.
She feels like Carolina, looks like California, shining like those New York lights on Broadway.
See what I'm saying? A great song for you to vote on. You can do it with the K92.3 app. Is it mine? Is it Carrie's? We won't know for another 25-ish minutes.
I wonder if people can guess which song is whose based off of how excited we are about the song, or if we sing along to it.
I think it's important that we sing along to both equally, which I
even if we don't know all the lyrics to one of the songs. But here's the thing, I don't know the lyrics to any songs in general, so it's kind of even the playing field.
The next song you're voting on is from Tim.
I tried so hard, I came out above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
And the other song you're voting on, of course, is from Tim McGraw. Get your vote on with the K92.3 app, and we will find out who the winner is at the top of the hour here at 9 o'clock. It's the K Country Morning Show, and the Emmy nominations have been made, and there seems to be one show that is kind of dominating a lot of the nominations here.
Yeah, The Bear set a record for most nominations for a comedy series with 23. I didn't know that was a comedy series.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a
dramedy.
It's definitely I'd call it a dramedy for sure. There's serious moments in it.
Okay.
There's very, I don't know, it touches on heavy subjects, but there's definitely some laughing moments for sure. They write jokes and there's funny characters in it and whatever. Yep.
Is it like Orange is the New Black, where like everyone was like arguing whether or not it was a drama or a comedy?
I suppose that would be fair, maybe, but I tried watching Orange is the New Black years and years ago, but then there was an episode where the entire episode was about them trying to find this chicken, and I decided that this show wasn't for me.
That was the line. That was the line.
Trying to go through this entire prison looking for a chicken, and I went, you know what? I guess I'll miss out on this one.
Was it a living chicken or like a chicken nugget?
Bro, I don't remember. If it was some like good luck chicken, I have no idea. But I decided that was the end of my career.
Yeah, but The Bear set a record for most nominations for a comedy series with 23. 30 Rock held the previous record with 22. That is a great show. So I'm very curious to see if that ends up, measuring up to 30 Rock. I got to watch The Bear. It's on Hulu, right?
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Okay.
Season 1 is really good. Season 2 is insanely good.
Okay.
I thought season 3 was a bit of a letdown. Corey and I finished watching that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I don't want to ruin it for anybody. It's very like artistic and beautifully done, I guess. But nothing happens.
I'll have to watch it.
You'll have to check it out.
Speaking of records, the legendary Carol Burnett became the oldest woman to get an acting nomination for Palm Royale. She's 91. I got to watch that one, too. Ryan Gosling got his first Emmy nod for hosting the episode of Saturday Night Live that featured the now infamous Beavis and Butthead sketch. That was so funny.
That's
oh, my
awesome.
gosh. That was such a good episode. I think
just what Ryan Gosling needs is
he needs
more awards. Yeah.
Come on. You're already handsome, talented, charming. We don't need this.
He can sing. He can
That's
dance.
Not fair.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez got nominated. Reese Witherspoon got nominated as well. Just a lot of great nominees and nominations this year. The show that I really like, Fallout, got nominated for an Emmy.
Okay.
You can read all about the Emmys on the K92.3 app. I'm a big fan of award shows, so
sure.
I geek out a little bit on this.
Yeah. And I do think The Bear is very good. It is worth the watch if you've been on the fence. It's on Hulu or FX, I think. Mm-hmm. And if anybody has watched, oh gosh, now I can't remember the show. What's the one about the crazy family with Fiona, and it's got the dad Frank who's like really drunk. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember.
Reckless or anyway.
Shameless?
Shameless. Thank you.
There we go.
Shameless. Yes.
It's like Shameless.
I don't know if it's like Shameless, but the dude from Shameless is in it, and
Okay.
he is fantastic.
Okay, gotcha.
He is incredible, and I was just kind of curious about season 3. I'm surprised that got that many nominations.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's cool, but season 2, in my opinion, was way better.
Yeah, I really like that Iowa Debris girl. She's so funny. She hosted SNL, so I want to watch it just for her.
It's the K-Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. Today is a Throwback Thursday Throwdown, and we do have a winner for this hour. Yeah, your winner today is
Yeah.
Tim McGraw.
Woo! Gabe won, though.
That is right. You were on a little bit of a run there, I think, for a while. You'd been
I was.
You'd been on a little bit of a hot streak, so I'm glad I got to slam that door and get back on my winning ways here.
Yeah, no, it's okay. There was a point like earlier in the show where I was like, we can just...
It's the K-Country Morning Show, and this might sound like the type of TikTok advice that you should probably not trust. Experts are saying that this really does work. Have you ever thought about adding seltzer water to your scrambled eggs, Carrie?
No, thank you. No, I cannot get behind this. No matter what TikTok says, no matter what expert, air quote, says that I should do this, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
If you want to make the best scrambled eggs of your life, try adding a little seltzer water, as the bubbles are supposed to make them airier and fluffier. It doesn't take much. Just add 1 teaspoon to your mixture for every 2 eggs you're making. A full 12-ounce can is enough for 72 eggs, which, would be my normal breakfast.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just make sure you only use plain seltzer. If you use flavored like LaCroix, your eggs would taste weird, and don't use a White Claw either, all right?
Oh, not the same thing. It wouldn't hit the same?
It probably isn't going to taste as great, yeah.
Yeah.
And it works because the bubbles quickly expand from the heat and kind of fluff everything up. I'll probably never realistically think to do this, but if I can remember to do this on Saturday, I'm going to give this a shot.
So, regular seltzer water, where do you get regular seltzer water that's not like LaCroix?
Hy-Vee.
Okay.
I'm sure they have it at Hy-Vee, Aldi. Any grocery store probably has seltzer water.
Yeah, I'm not a seltzer water fan. I just think it's too spicy for me.
Seltzer water? Yes. Seltzer water is kind of.
Just why do we need bubbles in water? Come on.
It's like too, if you buy, let's say you buy like a case of seltzer water just to try it with these eggs.
Yeah.
And it's great. Well, it's not like you're going to drink the water. It tastes goofy.
Ew, yucky. Well, I don't know if I will do this. I also don't like scrambled eggs. I'm not the biggest fan of scrambled eggs. I like eggs sunny side.
That is what?
I like sunny eggs.
What's the difference?
Well, scrambled eggs are scrambled, and then the
Yeah.
sunny one is just like you crack the egg, and it's like,
Yeah, I know. How do they taste different?
I don't know.
This is a hot take. We might have to use this tomorrow
I just don't
morning.
like scrambled eggs, man.
It's K92.3 with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and we want to know, is there a celebrity you could never hate? Is there a country music star that you could never not like? Is there an actor, actress, a musician of a different genre? It doesn't just have to be country music.
Yeah.
That you could never hate? Let us know on the K92.3 app.
Yeah, BuzzFeed got people to name the celebrities that no one could ever make them hate. I know nowadays there are so many, you hear so many different stories about how your favorite celebrity, your favorite artist isn't necessarily a nice person in real life.
Sure.
But there are certain people that, no matter what anyone says, or there's nothing ever been said negatively about them, you will always support them no matter what.
Sure.
For me,
Which is kind of wild to an extent.
No, it is. It is.
But at the same time, we love who we love.
Yeah, we all have these sort of parasocial relationships with celebrities sometimes where we feel like we know them, especially if they're like an actor or actress. We get a glimpse into their life. We know what's going on with them.
And we really have no idea who they are.
You don't know.
Right.
I think there are some like Dolly Parton. She's the one I could never, ever hate in my entire life. There is nothing anyone could say that could make me hate her. But I genuinely believe that she's tatted up. like from like the neck to.
They're just like hidden.
Yeah, or she gets like those like sleeves to cover them up.
Sure.
I think that's because we don't really know these celebrities. That's
Right.
the biggest thing. But for me, it's Dolly Parton, Amy Poehler. I love Amy Poehler, Viola Davis, and who else? Oh, Julie Andrews. I can't hate Julie Andrews ever in my entire life.
Is that the Mary Poppins lady?
Yes, and
Okay.
the Princess Diaries lady.
That's right. She does seem pretty cool.
Oh, and Anne Hathaway. I love Anne Hathaway.
Sure.
There we go. Gabe, who are the celebrities that you don't think you could ever
I
hate?
don't know if I could ever. I mean, sadly, this guy's no longer around, but Robin Williams, I think, is a good example. I don't. He just seems like the nicest, sweetest, most genuine dude of all time.
Yeah.
Robin Williams. I don't know if I could ever hate Willie Nelson. I mean, that dude's hanging out in Hawaii somewhere, enjoying happy grass every single
He's so
day.
funny, too. I just love that guy.
Yeah, Willie. Keanu Reeves seems super nice from all the things I've read or seen or heard about him
Yeah.
and what he does for the people who aren't acting in the movie, so they obviously don't get the love
Yeah,
that
the
the
crew.
actors do.
Yeah.
But he's so nice to the crew, and he'll take less money to make sure they make more and things like that.
Yeah.
He just seems like a pretty genuinely cool dude, I would say, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's tons. I think there's tons of celebrities I probably could never hate. Maybe not tons, but there's probably a handful I could probably never hate for sure.
Like for me, Betty White, there's nothing anyone could ever make me say to
Yeah,
make me
good
hate
old
her.
Betty, yeah,
I
that's
love
right.
her. This is a new one that I'm just starting to like love and respect. Pedro Pascal.
Sure.
He seems like such a cool dude.
He's in all kinds of
The
stuff
Last of
that,
Us.
that got super popular.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. I know you probably know him from Game of Thrones.
Yep, he's going to be in Gladiator 2, which
Oh,
is
that's
coming
gonna be
out.
good. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to wait on Pedro. He's a little too perfect. You never know when the scandal will be coming up, but he does
No.
seem like a pretty genuine guy.
Nothing he could ever do can make me hate him. I love him so much. But let us know what you think. What's a celebrity that you could never, ever hate? Shoot us a message on the K92.3 app. We'll be talking about this a bit tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know if I could ever hate Emma Watson, one of my first Harry Potter crushes.
Oh, she seems so nice.
It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack, and this news broke yesterday, long
Yeah.
after Carrie and I were off the air. But we probably wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't tell you, at least this morning, a little bit of a follow-up in regarding President Joe Biden.
Yeah, this is a developing story, so we'll keep you updated on the K92.3 app or on our website, K92.3. President Joe Biden tested positive for COVID-19, and the White House announced it in a press release on Wednesday. Biden experienced respiratory symptoms that included a runny nose, a cough, and fatigue. According to the statement, he was tested in Las Vegas following his first scheduled event for the day. So we're hoping that everyone is doing okay. COVID, depending on what type of COVID you have, it can be a scary situation. So I remember when I had it, I like full body chills. I couldn't get out of bed. It can be rough, especially for someone a little bit older than me, for sure.
That's right. Yeah, I've never had COVID, so I have no idea how it feels. I know obviously the different strains can be different for the severity or whatever, so
Yeah.
we'll have to kind of wait and see.
Yeah, for sure. Like my parents had it and it knocked them out for a week, and they're a bit older, so they're like President Joe Biden is probably in the same boat as my parents were. Biden's symptoms are reportedly mild, though, and he was given a dose of Paxlovid. The White House reports he will be self-isolating at his home in Rehoboth, Delaware.
It's the K Country Morning Show with Gabe Glidden and Carrie Mack. We end the program today with a little game we like to call Celebrities Gabriel Doesn't Know. I was doing your own little fade out there.
Today is July 18th. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. You share a birthday with this 39-year-old who played Nate on Gossip Girl. You don't know that?
Gossip Girl, no, that was not in the heavy rotation at the Glidden house growing up. My sister didn't even get into Gossip Girl.
Well, that's Chase Crawford. Put
I have
some
no
respect
idea
on
who
his
that is.
name. Okay, this 42-year-old played Nadia Sin on Amazon's Citadel, Alex Parrish on Quantico, and she's Mrs. Nick Jonas. Yes.
You know, I know this because I just saw a video of her on YouTube talking about, I forgot, I don't even remember what she was talking about. Dudes be intimidated by her success. Priyanka?
Yeah, Priyanka Chopra.
Let's go.
There we go.
I have no clue who this Chase Crawford fella is, by the way.
That's okay. This 44-year-old played Eleanor, on The Good Place, Elsa's sister Anna in the Frozen movies. She's also Veronica Mars and the narrator of Gossip Girl. Plus, she's married to Dax Shepard.
Kristen Bell?
Yeah, there we go. You got it.
Let's go, Kristen Bell.
I love that.
She seems like a very sweet lady.
Yeah.
I don't know her personally. She could be a total jerk to, be around.
Yeah.
But she comes off very sweet and normal.
Yeah, she is one of my favorite actresses. I love The Good Place. It's one of my favorite shows.
Sure.
Okay. This 57-year-old played Groot in the MCU, and he's also in the Fast and the Furious movies.
Vin Diesel, right?
There we go.
He's 57?
That's
wow.
crazy. That's crazy.
I would never guess that. He looks pretty good for 57.
Yeah, this 62-year-old is a former Red Hot Chili Peppers member and Pearl Jam drummer.
Former Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer. That can't be Chad, because Chad's the current Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer. I have no clue.
Jack Irons.
Oh, I'd have never got that.
That's okay. That's okay.
I do love Pearl Jam, though.
Okay.
You got to get yourself into some Pearl Jam. Anyone who wants to listen to some new tunes today, go download or check out the album 10 from Pearl Jam.
Gotcha.
Great album.
This 84-year-old is Barbra Streisand's husband, the dad in the Amityville Horror, and father of Marvel star Josh Brolin, who's both Thanos and Cable. So it's not Josh Brolin, it's his dad,
Sure, I have no idea.
James Brolin.
Right on. Well, happy birthday, James.
Yeah.
Was he an actor as well?
Yeah, he played the dad in the Amityville Horror. I think that's a movie.
Beautiful.
Moving on to people who are no longer with us. This man died in 2013. He is the former South African president and an international hero. If when you...
I know who it is.
Yeah, who is it?
Mandela, right?
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Mandela effect.
Sure. I remember when... I can't remember his name now. There's a movie about that guy.
Okay.
Who played him? He was in The Shawshank Redemption. What's
Morgan
that guy's
Freeman?
name? Morgan Freeman. Thank
There
you.
we go.
Oh, yeah. Like the best voice of all time.
Yeah. This man died in 2016. He was the first U.S. astronaut to orbit the Earth.
I have no idea.
John Glenn.
Well, that name's a real go-getter. That sounds like the most basic name ever. All
Yeah,
right. Let's go, Johnny boy.
I just know that name because of his stuff in space. Today is National Sour Candy Day and 43 days until Labor Day weekend.
All right. We hope you have a great rest of the day. The world's full of nice people. If you can't find one, you gotta be one.